said lucky.
Am I supposed to be
You
able to
look
see?
great. Yeah.
I feel pretty good too.
It's a good color. It's an
It was a great color
accomplishment.
on you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry for let you down.
Good work.
What happened to the real fast part?
Oh, don't you hear when they tell everybody what to
I'm very.
Can't give me my laptop. I was in Minecraft.
We're after we're all done, okay?
Minecraft. Yeah, I have it on my laptop.
Pretty good about Minecraft.
I have my own Minecraft now.
He does.
That's my friend, Matthew.
Matthew.
This is Dad.
Hello.
No. No, leave the tail.
What's your name? James. James.
How are you? Good, how are you?
Are you in trouble?
Yeah. Oh, here, present for Chris. Present?
Yeah. Ralph both got presents.
Yeah, I playing card rest.
Oh, you
so
did?
I,
Good.
No, I drew it in pencil.
That's okay.
The symbol means hope.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
So I ask you.
Can I
and then
open
you
this
just get
now?
the money
Well,
anyways.
no, I think we're
Wait,
Are we gonna begin?
we're waiting for the.
I'm going to kind of get started here, if I will. I want to do some introductions. First of all, I'm Rod Bohm, principal at Southwest High School, and along with us, we have our superintendent, Michelle Langenfeld. Board member, our president, is Brenda Warren and Katie Maloney. And we have Julie Redke, Tim Burr, and let's see, don't want to miss anybody, Janine Kranick, Joe Brooker, Willie Burkholz, Heidi Baez. There's always one in every crowd that doesn't get a gown. Sorry about that.
I don't know why she'd miss it. Yeah.
And Todd Nazi. And did I miss anybody? Oh, Kathy Poles and Lindsay Ferry. Okay. And is there any, I didn't miss anybody, did I? Okay. All right. So, folk. The most important people. You guys want to introduce yourselves to everybody?
No.
Ralph?
Come on, Ralph.
Ralph.
Fine, I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm Matthew O'Keefe, one of Chris's friends.
I'm Jacob Sharif. I am also one of Chris's friends.
I'm James White's another one of them.
No.
Ralph.
Ralph.
He's also a very close friend. All right, so it was important for us to kind of get together here today, and this is actually part of the 48th Southwest commencement. 48 years. Yeah, it's hard to believe that Southwest High School's been in existence for 48 years.
Well, we went there first year.
They did.
Not think that was funny.
I thought it was hilarious.
So it is 48 years, and we wanted to start things off by allowing some people to share some stories that kind of showcase a little bit of Chris's character, personality, and some of his experiences. So I know the boys were coming up with some stories, and I think some of the staff members have some things to share too. So who would like to go first?
Not me. Chris,
Yeah?
remember the day I came to school? Barely,
Yeah.
but I remember it actually completely. I came to school about a month after. I didn't know anything. I didn't know anyone.
Yeah?
So I was sitting at a lunchroom table by myself. Then you and Ralph came, and you guys were actually the first friends that I ever made in an hour.
Wow.
So really, you two were like the first friends I ever made at Southwest.
Yeah.
Very good.
Sweet.
Yay.
Nice, thank you.
Thank you. How you doing? Thank you.
You okay?
You go next one.
Chris,
Yes?
we've known each other for a long time and we haven't always seen eye to eye
Yeah.
on a lot of things. Like, which one's better, Pokemon or Digimon? We go for hours and hours and hours debating.
Yeah.
But honestly, I really had fun. Every time you were around, it was so much fun, and I'm really glad I got to be your friend.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sweet.
Thanks, Jacob.
I don't have anything. I barely know him.
What?
What?
You know his name.
What?
Ralph,
True.
You're next.
The first time when I came to Southwest, I didn't know anyone. I was new. I had barely been in Wisconsin for a while, and when I was following one of my friends from Lombardi, and I decided to talk to one of them. Chris was the first one I talked to because he had a picture of a Pokemon drawing.
There you go.
And he was actually the very first friend I ever made at Southwest.
Good. Yay.
And he will always be my best friend. Get back in.
Hi.
Story to share.
Chris, I think as far as Mr. Bone mentioned character, and there's two definitions. One that I think of you as far as being a character. I remember getting reports probably a few months ago of texting and driving at the same time. or playing a game and driving at the same time. That made me smile a little bit when I thought about that. The other thing, character, just your character as far as persevering and sticking through a lot of tough situations. There's many students that a little thing comes up and they give up. And you have stuck it out, and you've hung in there through some very difficult times.
Chris, I think your personality speaks volumes. I think you have some pat phrases like badgering me. Do you enjoy looking through my classwork and things like that? But you are a very special young man, and anytime anybody talks about something related to you, you can't help but smile.
Thank you.
And that's very true from what we remember at Lombardi too. How friendly you always were. And we were, Mrs. Ferrier and I were talking about the Three Stooges phase that you were in, along with all the Star Wars. And you were like always like this. And we would say, Chris, maybe that's not exactly right for middle school, but actually we had to stop the whole school from doing it because everybody was always because everybody wanted to be a friend. So we enjoyed you there. You got it, honey?
Need some help?
No,
Good job.
I swear, I still remember your old last name,
What was it?
Rose Marinowski.
You were probably the only one who could pronounce it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for sharing those stories. Chris, in preparation for this part of the ceremony, I just want to just share a little bit more on what some of these people have shared. For me, I know, because I've listened to these guys talk at their gaming table in the Commons, and I do know that there was a lot of debate. And I learned today that you were the range developer. Is that right?
We always
their
talk about
sniper.
snipers.
Designing sniper rifles for their video games and all kinds of weapons, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and you were pretty good at it?
yeah.
Yeah.
I also play shooter games to kind of get little ideas.
Yeah. These guys did
Call
some
of
incredible
Duty,
things.
Halo,
Yeah.
whatever.
But talk about school, you couldn't get in anything about school. But Chris, I want to share something with you, something that's important to me, and I think I've shared this with Mr. Brooker and Mr. Burkholz a number of times and some of the students. I'm a big University of Notre Dame football fan. And at Notre Dame, there's a sign that they have on display that goes out the locker room door into the stadium. And it says, "Play like a champion today." Okay? And Mr. Burr kind of referenced that. He talked about not the funny character in you, but the good character. Well, the funny character in you is pretty good too. I kind of like that a lot. But the character, what makes you so special is kind of goes along with
It's
that,
like I don't give up, right?
That is correct. How have you done it? Well, I don't know if I should ask this question in front of everybody, especially with the camera going, but were you always successful in school?
Not really,
No.
but I was trying.
Yes, you were trying. And guess what happened? Is you graduated. Okay? You worked hard, you persevered, you did what you needed to do, and you did it well. You did it to the best that you possibly could, and you were able to get to a point where you are able to graduate, and that's pretty important. So that success, you're not measured by your grades in school, you're measured by how hard you are willing to work and what you learn from that, and you learned a lot. So we're very proud of you. Now that you, well, it's not official yet, you're not a Southwest grad yet, but you are a Southwest Trojan. And there's a sign above our office door at Southwest High School that tells everybody what a Southwest Trojan is. Major prize package, if anybody can repeat what it means. Anybody know what it means to a Southwest Trojan? Mr. Burkholz.
People of courageous determination and energy.
Some people, when they fail, thank you, Mr. Burkholz.
Nicely done.
Sometimes when you fail, it's hard to get back up and keep going.
Yeah.
But you did, right? That says a lot. And the fact that you were able to get up, you display, remember what we have in our banners in the comments?
Together we will.
Together we
pursuing
will.
And whatnot.
It's, and I know what they are, but I didn't want to forget them, so I wrote them down too. It's together we will pursue learning, which you did, and which you guys have to continue to do. Build confidence in all phases of your life. You have to demonstrate pride. You do that every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always have a smile on your face and you're always happy to be at school, well, for the most part, right? Creating opportunities. Together with your friends, we heard some great stories around friendship, and creating those opportunities to be together and share some of that time together. Encourage acceptance. I'm going to go back to that gaming table. I don't think there was always acceptance at that table. There were a lot of heated debates on what should be done and when and where and who should do what.
Guilty as charged.
Yes, but eventually you came together and you always came to an agreement. And together we have the opportunity to inspire greatness.
Yeah.
And because you were successful, you helped to inspire us to be great too, and your friends. So we are very proud of what you have accomplished, okay? And I want you to know that.
I
All right.
will.
All right. Now, this is the fun part, because I get to recommend you now as a graduate to our superintendent, okay? So I'm going to do that right now, all right?
All right.
All right. Superintendent Michelle Langenfeld. It's so dark in here, I should have made the print
You're gonna remember.
brighter. Well, that I can remember.
That's good.
As principal of Green Bay Southwest High School, I'm very pleased and proud to recommend to you for graduation, Christopher Dennis, Southwest High School class of 2013. Records certifying his graduation status are on file at Southwest High School.
Okay. Thank you. This is the part where I give my speech. And I have to share with you, Chris, as I was thinking about my speech, you actually inspired the speech that I will use today. But I'm going to use it for every graduation for all of our schools. And so as you think about the speech today, and you guys can weigh in, and anybody else, we can change it before the next time we speak it this time. So, okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure we can all recall a time when somebody asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? Some kids always just knew what they were going to do with their lives. For others, they dared to dream big. When I was asked, I was never really sure. Most often, I was inclined to tell whoever was asking what I thought they wanted to hear. Sometimes I'd say doctor, and sometimes I'd say lawyer, and sometimes it was a nurse. But to be perfectly honest, I was never quite sure what I wanted to be. Looking back, I think I just wanted to be me. It took me many years before I figured out that the things we value most are at the core of who we are and who we want to be. By figuring out what you value most, you will find yourself a lot happier in life because you've identified what it is that is most important to you. Your values then become the lens you look through to make decisions. Using your value lens in decision making will lead to smarter choices and success. Sadly, there are a lot of people who go through life in conflict with their values. By all outward appearances, they are deemed as highly successful. Money, worldly possessions, anything a person could want. Yet, at the end of the day, what they really value most they might not have. That's why it's so important to know what you value. When your values match the life you have chosen, you will indeed find success. Many of you, probably in this room, I suspect, already are quite successful. It sounds like you are, Chris. And as you know who you are and where you're going. Others, however, may be like I was, just not so sure. So here are some simple questions to ask yourself as you define your values. When in life have you felt the happiest? Can you think of those times? With your friends and playing video games? And yep. And when in life have you felt most proud?
When I answer.
So you like that. And when in life have you felt most fulfilled and satisfied with your life?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Today's a good day, don't you think?
Yeah.
It's a big day. We're celebrating. You're graduating. These are really simple questions when answered well, will help make choices that at the end of the day define your success. Success isn't about a job or a career. It's about who you are as a person, the person you want to be. So in closing, I'm going to share a poem with you that Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote about success. And he said, to laugh often and much is success. Do you laugh often and much?
Pretty much.
Pretty much, good. Then I got the right guy. To win the respect of intelligent people. And affection of children. Sounds like your friends love you and people here. To earn the appreciation of honest critics.
Yeah, well.
People criticize you, are you pretty good with that?
I don't usually like it when people criticize.
None of us do, but if you're honest, maybe that's good. To appreciate beauty and find the best in others.
I do that.
Yeah, that's good. And to leave the world a bit better, whether by help child, garden patch, or redeem social condition. But really to know that you have breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. When I hear all these stories, you are an amazing success story for us. And so, it is my honor and privilege, on behalf of the Board of Education and the administration for the Green Bay Area Public Schools, we accept you, Christopher, as part of the class of 2013 for Southwest High School. We wish you great success now and into your future, and we wish you congratulations. Class of 2013. This is where you get the All right, sorry.
A few more things to do.
On one side of the table. Take your tassel.
Well, just wait, just wait.
Wait, one
Not
second.
quite yet.
Okay.
We have to present you with your diploma.
Christopher Dennis.
Yes.
There you go, buddy. Now you can flip it. Don't take that.
That is awesome.
That is
Wow.
Congratulations, Chris.
This is the part where we shake everybody's hand.
Yep.
Yeah, you can do it.
Congratulations.
That's right. It's not official till you shake the board's hand.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You say thank you very much.
You have to shake my hand too.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Now, think about the speech, what you don't like. Text me. I heard you text.
He's pulling on reference.
Way